couple of other club things that we have going on. I want to make sure everybody knows about it, and you can help me to promote it with your players. The Amherst Advanced Training Academy. It's on Sundays from 11 till 12, right here in the Village Glen. It's a technical training academy. It's basically geared towards improving all ages, all levels of players technically. Most of the time is spent with them in the soccer ball. One player, one ball. We do a lot of corvert, we do a lot of ball touches, we do a lot of turns, moves. I believe in that's the foundation of soccer, and we need to continue to expose these kids to as much of that as possible. This is one more way to do it. We also hit passing and receiving, shooting, dealing with balls in the air, a little bit of defending, a little bit of movement off the ball, some possession. But this is all very good quality training, and we do it as a group. We call it the academy. It's all ages mixed in together. We do separate them into two smaller groups. Initially had it broken into 2 hours, but the fact is we didn't have enough for the second hour in the older group. We had 13, 14 kids in the younger group, and we had about 6, 8 in the older group. Didn't really make sense as a club to keep it as 2 hours, so we put them together. And I think it's been working out great. Even the older kids are getting a lot out of it. There's a 16-year-old boy in there, and he initially had some concerns. He came to me, is it still going to be good for me? And I said, you try it out, and you tell me if you want to, drop out after this. If it's being with younger kids, has an impact, then don't, by all means, you don't have to do it. Well, he came back to me after the session and said, no, it's great, I love it, I'm going to keep coming back. So it's worth it. Any of your players will benefit, any age, any level. We have our second 6-week block starting up February 26th. We have 2 weeks left of the first 6-week block. So this is a good time to make a push for it with your teams and players, if you would do that for me. Goalkeeper training. This is for anybody, free of charge. All goalkeepers in the club. It's great training. So we have 4 goalkeeper coaches working with whatever number of kids. Oftentimes it's 10 to 12 kids. So it's really a great ratio. The goalkeepers get a lot out of it. The more you can promote that with your kids, the better. The more attendance I can get, the more I can reach them and give them the skills they need to come back to your team and perform at the level they should be able to. Because we have some pretty good goalkeepers in the club, and I know a lot of you guys have already been encouraging them to come. I appreciate that. Keep that going. It goes indoors all the way till our last session in March. We move outdoors in April. We'll probably take the first couple months off of goalkeeper training, give them a break, let the fields kind of settle in, and then we'll start back up again in May or June. Outdoors, same deal. We got 2 sessions. One is for younger kids, 12s and down. The other one is for older kids, 13s and up. Saturdays 5:30 to 6:30 for the older kids. Sundays 12 to 1 for the younger kids. If anybody has conflicts, I'm very open to having them come to whichever one is most beneficial for their schedule. Especially those kids that are right on the cusp in the 12, 13, 14 range, they're fine to come to either one. We also have the February break camp. We've been doing it for the last 2 years. This is our 3rd year running. It's been great. Kids come and they love it. From 9 to noon in the morning, it's for the younger kids. From 1 to 4 in the afternoon for the older kids. We bring in a pretty good coaching staff, high energy, a lot of fun. We do a lot of good technical work. We come in here, we watch some videos, soccer videos, and then we go back out and we play some group games and we do small-sided scrimmaging. It's great. The kids love it. I recommend anybody to come on out to it, any age group, even the older kids. I don't know if it's the hours or what, we usually get less older kids in the afternoon session, but those kids that do come, even if it's 9, 10, 12 of them, they really benefit from it. So anything you can do to help us promote that. Same thing in April, 9 to noon for the 5 through 12-year-old age group, 1 to 4 for the 13s and up. Any promotion is helpful. Most of you guys are playing in indoor leagues. Just to try to keep it in perspective, the indoor leagues are there's such a wide range of ability that plays in those leagues. So you might get crushed one game, and you might, beat another team 9-0 the next game. Either way, you're winning on the winning end or on the losing end. We just try to keep it in perspective that these are just extensions of training. Try to use them as a way to, with no pressure. There's zero pressure on them to win. There shouldn't be, at least from us, from a club standpoint, from a coaching standpoint. Just let them go out and play. And you work on the stuff in your training sessions, you kind of guide them at halftime and prior to the game with some ideas that you've been working on, concepts, remind them about some technical things. But this is not the time to be shouting on the sidelines, get it in referees' faces, or really trying to coach them too much during those games. This is a great chance for them to just go out and play, bond as a team, let them take ownership of these games, and you sit back and just watch, see what they're really take a look at it. And it's tough because I know a lot of times we're focused on the substitutions. Got to get everybody in, counting minutes. You know that the parents on the sideline with their stopwatch. They are, whether you want to believe it or not, they are. And they'll come up to you, and that's part of our job. We got to deal with that. But if there's any way for you to kind of take the pressure off, get those lineups set up so you don't have to worry about it, and just in and out, and you kind of focus on watching the kids play. What are they doing? Are they performing the way that you hope they would? Are they working on the stuff? If you're working on overlaps, how many overlaps did they get done during the game? Focus on that. If you're working on possession, how many passes can you get in a row? Are they establishing good possession before they go forward headlong and just kick balls? Are they taking a good first touch? Whatever it is that you've been stressing in practice, that's your focus in the game, and don't worry about the result. It's been said before many times, but it's always good to have a reminder. I firmly 100% believe in this philosophy. There should be no pressure in indoor games. Just whatever happens, it's a teaching experience. So we've had some great coaching education opportunities here already. We had the youth module on January 12th, and we had the e-license here January 20th through the 22nd. Some of you guys were at those, I think. If not, there's other opportunities coming up. If you haven't done a youth module, even if you already have your e-license, even if you already have your D license, the youth module is well worth going to. Just sat in our youth module here in January, and I learned so much. I learned so much just by sitting there watching. I was not coaching it. I was not a leader of any sort. I was hosting. I was just trying to sit here and supervise the building. But I gained so much information. Anybody can learn from these courses. They're very good. The people that run them are good, and you're going to learn from them. As much coach education as you can do, it really makes the coaching experience that much more satisfying. And you realize it's part of a bigger world that we're in here. Just gain that perspective back. Pick up all the little things, the nuances, how he delivers the information, the way he designs the sessions, the way the kids are captivated. So and it's just all these little things that you can pick up watching somebody else do it. And these instructors are very good. But even just watching somebody else coach, you see what they do, you see how the kids respond to it, and you can pick things up. And you can just, if you're always in the mindset that you can improve yourself as a coach, everybody can, we all can. It's just, that's part of the fun of this game, is that there's always somebody that knows more, and you can always learn from people all around you. And so if we have that philosophy all the time, it's going to make us better, make the kids better. My pitch is, find a way to get to some coach education. We have the youth module, Total Sports Experience on March 31st. Anybody is eligible. Same for the state intermediate. Anybody is eligible. If you have your E license, then you're eligible to do the D license that we are hosting here at the Village Glen. I recommend anybody to do it. Last year we had, I believe, 12 coaches do it from Amherst, and all of them got at least their state D. If you have your D license already, there's two opportunities here that we very, very rarely get. And that is, we're hosting a national youth license in New York State West as well as a C license. These are normally national courses held far, far away. It's a great way to save money. If you already have your D and you have any interest in doing a national youth license or a C license anytime in the future, this is a great opportunity. The more people we can get at these courses from our club, the better it is for our kids, the better it is for you. And I really do 100% believe that it makes your coaching experience more satisfying, more just better overall, because you have the knowledge and you know you're part of a bigger system, and it's just a good way to keep it in perspective.